Hi everybody, I'm Melinda Gallant and I want to welcome you to another edition of Cape Conversations. Ooh, we've got 3 great guests today and I can't wait to talk to them. They're going to tell us all about what's going on in Sandwich at the CAL. That's right, the CAL, Center for Active Living. So come along, let's have another Cape Conversations. Hi everybody, I am so excited to meet. Oh my golly, today we have the best. We have the 3 people that run the CAL. Yes, that's the Center for Active Living, and they're with me today. I am so excited to see you guys. We have Susan, Tricia, and of course Guy, who doesn't look like the same guy anymore, but he looks fabulous. So guys, you just had a big opening.
We did, yeah.
And are you excited, Sue?
Yes, very excited. Lots more good things to come. And we thank everybody who came out to celebrate with us this weekend.
That's wonderful. Right. So you guys don't have anything to do with it, right, as a rec department?
Oh, yeah, right. Exactly.
It's been a great partnership for sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful.
We've had a lot of opportunity.
So now tell me, I'm going to start with recreation. So what do you have going on there as far as recreation? So for age brackets, all that.
So during the day, during the week, typically we have our preschool programming on Wednesday mornings. We have daycare providers on Fridays. On Mondays we have pickleball. On Tuesdays and Thursdays we have pickleball going on in there. And then Mondays right now throughout the school year we kind of left that as an open day, but next year it's looking like we may be doing an indoor adult intramural basketball team. So allow some people during the day to get in there and use the gym space on that. And then in the evenings we have a lot of adult programming going on. Monday nights is pickleball league. Tuesday nights is dodgeball currently. That's about to wrap up. And then
dodgeball?
Dodgeball, oh yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Lots of fun.
That's the serious stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We try to kill.
Preferably not, but yes. So then we have, and then Wednesdays we had a big futsal program that's now going to be moving out onto the fields for the summer as soccer. And then Thursday nights, our men's pickup basketball league has been a huge hit, and actually that will continue throughout the summer.
Wonderful.
And then Fridays we are open to open gym, so we circle through between having 3rd through 6th grade, then that 7th through high school, and then family open houses depending on any given week.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So we're trying to get everybody in there, all different ages, all different interests.
And that's just the gym?
That's just the gym. And then Susan and I also ran an intergenerational pound class. That was a huge hit. We had adults. Pounds, which is like fitness through music. I don't know if you've ever seen that. They have the exercise balls and it's drumming and exercise.
Oh, wow.
So we were able to do an intergenerational class with that. We also were able to offer some cooking classes in that amazing kitchen, which was wonderful and a huge hit. And the nice piece about that is as the kids were cooking, they were sharing with, everybody in the building. And so now we're looking to maybe do an intergenerational cooking class come the fall.
Now, are you looking for instructors for things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Vendors, we're always looking for vendors. Anybody that has an interest or a specialty to do things. We have a program coordinator, Joe, that works in the evenings that runs most of our adult programs right now.
And what's Joe's last name?
Joe Bentley. So he's our part-time program coordinator in charge of adult programming. So he's been handling a lot of that, which we appreciate to have him there. Yeah, and it's been great. And Susan's crew is amazing to work with. And I think, between Kim and Amelia and the rest of the team, I think they're really working towards coming up with some other ways that we can all work together and do some intergenerational programming.
Excellent. Hey, Guy, since she does all the work, what do you just hang out?
Hey, good job. Keep going. Just keep that going. But it really is. It's been a good vision, and for years, we had the gyms at the schools, but they were utilized heavily, and it was hard to get in there. So there was numerous programs like the futsal, which for those of you who don't know is indoor soccer, and basketball and dodgeball that we couldn't do because we didn't have a gym space. So now that we do, it's just opened up so many more doors and getting different age brackets that maybe we weren't getting to that younger adult population. In and active and socializing and having events. So.
Well, my grandson, who's since graduated high school, but when he was in high school, would travel to Plymouth, actually beyond Plymouth, I mean, it was in Plymouth County, but it was someplace where he could go and play in the wintertime,
Right.
indoor soccer to
Right.
hone his skills,
Right.
which his coaches all encouraged them to do.
Right.
So now, do you charge for that, or is all this free?
No, so any of our programs, we charge the cost to run the program. So so whatever fee it is, it's just covering the costs for our staff and in the program itself.
Right.
And in addition to that, we are doing rentals. So we have AAU basketball teams that are
Wow.
renting the gym for that. Indoor soccer clubs that are coming and renting,
Right.
and then other functions inside the building of the Cal as well. So we're seeing that too.
Well, my son, who graduated a long time ago from Sandwich High School, lives in Rhode Island, and he plays old men's basketball at the local, not a Y, but it's the local recreational facility in Rhode Island that he plays at.
Yeah.
So I know all about those old men basketball
Yeah.
pickup, and they take them very seriously.
They do. They do.
They do. And I don't play pickleball, but pickleball
Is
is like, oh my God, there's like national tournaments now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's huge. Yeah.
And,
It's
yeah.
huge.
Yeah, and we're so lucky because we have the outdoor facility too. So
Yeah.
we're able to play year round. Really, I mean, for an outdoor sport, it's amazing that we now have this gym space to allow to be able to offer that year
If
round.
it's snowing or raining.
Right.
So we do a league on Monday nights, and then we do open play on Tuesdays and Thursdays that people do sign up for, and then lessons after that. So we're
Yeah.
able to kind of,
Oh.
utilize that space year
If
round.
I only had eye-hand coordination.
But it's fun. It's been great. I mean, we're just touching upon the gym stuff right now, but even we found during the day hours, so that 8 to 4:30 time frame, there are some times where there's unscheduled gym time, and we've had older adults and individuals and high school kids come in and just shoot around. So there is. When there is unscheduled gym time, there is an opportunity to come and shoot around, or we had a father and daughter kicking a soccer ball around and things like that as well. Our biggest thing is, we just, need to be 18 or older. And if you're under 18, just come with an adult, because it's not a drop-in type scenario.
Right.
But it's really being well utilized, especially on those rainy days. So you have people walking the track above.
Well, that's
and
what I was
then-
just going to ask
yeah.
you. So I was there working the polls for the last election.
Right.
I'll be there next week, I guess it is.
Right.
Yes.
Working the polls, and the number of people walking that track, I will say they weren't 25.
Right.
They were more my age, which is a little over
Right.
25.
Yeah.
So, but I just couldn't believe it. So you have people up there all the time.
All the time, from the minute we open up until we close, and even sometimes it's like, okay, guys, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, So, and even what we found too is on the school vacations, we are seeing some of those school-age children and younger kids and moms coming with their strollers and younger kids walking the track on the days where maybe it's not warm enough or it's raining or what have you. We had one young man that was training for a half marathon, and he came in and actually ran the track. And just so you know, it's 16 laps for a mile. So he ran a lot of laps. Exactly. So we are really seeing the ages range, from our youngest population to our oldest, and that's been a really nice thing to see.
Right. So, Susan, when this all started, I kind of went, who's going to go to this?
Right.
Nobody wants to think of themselves as old. I may be old, but I don't think of myself that way, first of all. So how's it been? Are people thinking of themselves as not senior citizens so much as active living people? I mean, what are you finding? Because you handle all of that, right?
It is. I'm the only one who's aged, Melinda.
You never know.
It is truly a place to be in community. That's how I think of it, which is important for everyone from, as Guy said, the youngest age to the oldest age. Mm-hmm. That's what keeps us vital, keeps us connected, keeps us going, is being in community. And that's how I think of it, not an age, not as a number, but things that are activities, events, and services, which is really what the Council on Aging also provides, that keep everybody together and vital for this community.
Well, that's there's nothing wrong with living in places that are over 55. But for me, I would think that seeing people that look just like you all the time, and then seeing emergency vehicles come in and out, and never hearing kids' laughter, as much as kids can sometimes at a certain age be a little annoying. I just can't imagine that. So that, to me, this is what makes this a real community building. And do you feel that way too? I would imagine.
Yes, there is. I think the great thing about the building is it provides peer time, if you will, for each group, various groups. We really, when you talk about older adults, we have 4 generations of older adults who are taking part in activities in the building. But you have time for the younger kids to be together in their daycare groups and their preschool groups, and you have peer time for older adults too. But the venue for coming together is what's critical. I mean, that is what builds communities for the future, and that's what we're all here to do.
So what programs do you offer for people, let's say, over a certain age?
Well, I was practicing my answer to this question. It's so hard to characterize, but there are a lot of fitness programs, everything from meditative and restorative yoga type classes, osteoporosis exercise, arthritis exercise, all the way up to what I call the jumping around classes, so all kinds of cardio classes as well. But also, we try every month to have a variety of programs. A great example is last month we had the Nantucket Historical Association came over to do a presentation on life aboard a whale ship.
Oh, fun.
So we tried, it was fantastic. So we had 80 people turn out for that. And those are the kinds of things we try to do, educational and cultural programming, as well as relevant things like planning for solo aging. If you are an older adult living alone, what are the things that you need to do to care for yourself and remain independent? And then we also have a whole range of other recurring classes, which include educational things like computer training and essentials. We have tech volunteers who come in to help with
scammers and all of that.
Oh,
as well,
yes.
and the police department come in. And
Yep.
things?
Periodically, we have people from the outside. Last fall, I think it was, we had someone from the SEC come down from Boston
Oh, wow.
to do an investment scam presentation specifically. So
you mean for the Nigerian prince?
yes, those,
Yeah.
yes, yep, to make sure that your both online activity and specifically to do with people's investments are safe. So a range of those things.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
That's absolutely terrific.
And then I have to say, I'm sorry, I have to cut you. I have to say one more thing before I forget is the other component that we offer are the services for older adults. So
Which are?
it is under an outreach category. Our outreach coordinator, Rita Walstead, assists people with housing, with mental health resources, with options, what we call options counseling. If you are transitioning from your home, for example, what are the options for different kinds of senior living, assisted living, that might be skilled nursing. We help, and it's important for the community to know if you are a Sandwich resident and your aging parents live in California, we are still there to help advise you on what you can do from a distance to help your aging parents.
Wow, that is really amazing. I mean, that's truly amazing. And you also are kind of like a lending library of assisted for people that, you might have a broken leg, you need a wheelchair, you need a walker, you need whatever you need, correct?
Yes, we have a shed of donated medical equipment. So there are walkers, there are commodes, crutches, canes, and that is for all ages as well.
Sure.
So the knee scooters go out. Sometimes the kids need crutches after a rec soccer game. Some of that adult dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
Right.
They pick it up on the way out.
But yes, that is there for anyone in the town of Sandwich to access. It's open 5 days a week when the COA is open.
Right. So you sign it out, I presume.
Yes, yep, and you can keep it as long as needed, and if possible, try to return it to us, but there's no time restriction on that.
That's wonderful. That's a huge thing. Do you also do you do the vehicles that pick people up? Do they bring them to the Cal, or?
Yes, that is a very important part of what we do. Transportation, we have 2 buses that are wheelchair lift equipped, and those are for anyone over the age of 60 who cannot drive, or anyone of any age with disabilities that needs transportation. So we can do that, and we have a vehicle that's not a wheelchair lift equipped vehicle, but we take people grocery shopping, to medical appointments, to hair appointments, and we bring them to programs. That's a very important thing.
Oh, that's wonderful.
yeah.
So the three of you work together as a team.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
absolutely.
Yes.
And what was your part in the cow, Guy, when they were, as far as building, were you part of the process?
I was a little bit. I mean, I will say Susan did the lion's share of that piece of it. She was there week after week, meeting in that little trailer, with the design team and hammering those things out. I definitely went in and helped out, when needed, and was part of that.
Gym's a
And
gym.
right, exactly.
I don't mean that in a down way. I'm not playing it down.
No.
It's important.
But I think in this past year, we kind of said it was like a soft opening. I think my role has really been working with Tricia and Susan and just, okay, we have this amazing new space. How do we manage it? How do we use it? How do we make sure we're protecting the town's investment,
Right.
while getting the most use out of it, and making sure that we're doing things in the right way, and trying to get as much use as possible in there. And with that, and coming up at town meeting here very shortly, there's money in the budget to try and expand some of our hours. So, one of
Which
the
would be a good thing.
right. So
Yeah.
one of the biggest things people want to, obviously, they want to get in there. They want to get in the walking track and do those things in the evening hours, and maybe a day or two in the weekend. And right now we don't have the staffing or the ability to do that.
Right.
So there is money in the budget to help maybe cover some of those costs. So if you're going to town meeting, Article 2 of the budget, there's money there to support some of that.
Well, it's kind of interesting because if it's Article 2, but it's part of the broader section, they'll just go, oh yeah, it's okay.
Right.
That's what we're hoping, right?
Right, exactly, because it really is. There's a need there, and
Right.
and something we want to provide.
Sure. So what are the hours currently?
The building opens at 8 o'clock, so if you want to come in and use the walking track,
Right.
shoot hoops in the gym, you can do that. And then the Council on Aging administrative office is open 8:30 to 4:30.
And when does it close?
4:30. The building closes at 4:30.
Oh, the building
yeah.
closes at 4:30 until you do night programming?
Right, until for programming.
For programming, it's open. So our staff would then go into the building and staff whatever
4:30.
program. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it.
And even during the day, if we're running a recreation
I
program,
get
where it's
You're
staffed.
there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
absolutely.
That makes sense.
And there are private rentals that go on evenings, and there's some group meetings that go on space that's been rented. So if you see activity there at night,
That's why.
yeah, that's why.
I see. I see. So what? So you talked about that there's money in the budget.
Mhm.
So what would you do different, Trish? Now,
I think, well,
or not
from
different, but expanding.
I think the intergenerational piece, I think, would be a really nice collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
Moving forward, I just think it's a great opportunity. Not only that space lends itself, but I just think it's a great opportunity for our community.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are looking as a department for like grant funding to try and be able to offer like those open gym programs at no fee. Trying to get opportunities for people to get in there, still being able to be staffed, but allow people to get in and use the building.
I
Yeah,
think
so-
we want to use the walking track. I think,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're
I
right
work till
there.
4:30, so geez, I want to go walk at 5 before I go home.
Right.
Right now, that you can't do that. So I think
Right.
that's what people are looking at.
Or you work till 5 and you want to go, you want to go right after work, or you
Right.
want to go home first, change your clothes, and go to the walking track at 6.
Right, exactly. So I think we're seeing some of those things. We've definitely seen individuals coming in that work in a home office that want to come and just
Yes.
a different space or a quieter space, maybe,
Right.
and bang out some work on their laptop. And maybe they want to do that after hours or on a Saturday,
Right.
the kids are home, geez, I gotta get somewhere. So
Sure.
I think those are the type of things that people are looking at. And I know Susan may hit on this a little bit, but we'll be adding some fitness equipment in the near future here to there. So like treadmills,
Nice.
dumbbells, different workout equipment, and all of that. So I definitely will see the opportunity that people want to get in there to utilize
Sure.
that equipment.
Will there
as
be a
well.
specific room for that?
There will be, yes. There's a room upstairs that was built for that purpose intended, and I won't steal Susan's thunder, but with a generous private donation, we were able to purchase the equipment.
I think we can officially say Charlene Johnson, a
Oh my
wonderful,
God, she's
civically engaged
wonderful.
Sandwich resident, has
Yeah.
donated the funding. We have the room. It wasn't originally in the budget, and Charlene has donated the funding, so the equipment is coming
Oh, that's
very
excellent.
soon. So
Excellent.
expanding hours would be a fantastic thing for that
Wonderful,
too.
Wonderful. So you're not open on Saturdays and Sundays.
Correct.
So what can we do to get it open on Saturdays and Sundays besides we need help?
Town meeting.
Town meeting,
Go
yeah.
vote.
Would that
Vote
do
the
it?
budget.
Go to town
yes.
meeting and vote for
Yeah,
that
the
budget,
first
because
step,
that's where
sure.
that is. That's where
There is money in there.
there's money
Yep.
for
Yes.
for
And
evenings
you're
and
looking
weekends.
for help. Are you looking for help?
We are, well, we're always looking for help. Volunteers first. Volunteers
Yeah, I
first.
understand that.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yep.
do you have a volunteer group? Friends of the Sandwich?
We
Cal?
have there's a private 501c group, the
501c3?
Friends of, thank you, I knew I was going to say it wrong,
That's
the
all right.
Friends of the
I do
Council
a lot.
on Aging. So they do the fundraising because we're a municipal organization,
you
so
can't.
we
Right.
can't do the fundraising. And they have, I'll segue into the Friends of the Council on Aging also donated an incredible bocce court that's out in the back of the building.
Oh, wow.
And that is actually something that's available to anyone to use, even on, if you have your own equipment, or we
Yeah.
have a set that you can check out if you want to come on the weekend and play. There's access to that right now too.
Oh, that's great.
So they have been an incredible sponsor. We also have, the COA has about 100, probably north of 100 volunteers now who do everything from meal distribution to front desk reception to, now I'm on the spot, I can't think of
That's all right.
anything. They do,
That's
my
all right.
board of directors are volunteers.
John Bibbers, he's president of something.
Yes, he is the chairman of the board of directors for the Council on Aging.
Okay. Because
So-
I know somebody else who's on it too. My
Yes.
friend, Mary Ellen Anderson is
Yes.
on it as well.
Yes,
New-
a newer
new
member.
one.
Yep. So we have an excellent team, and they are an advisory board, and they advise us on policy and
Yeah, I
programming,
see.
and they're great community ambassadors.
And that's different than the Friends of.
Yes, the Friends are a private charitable organization,
Okay.
and any donations to them help support programming at the Council on Aging.
Excellent, excellent. So we
Yeah.
need to get it open on Friday, or on Saturdays and Sundays, correct?
And
That's the
evenings.
goal.
And
Evenings,
evenings.
yeah,
Evenings
extended
too.
time, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I see, I'm thinking Saturdays and Sundays. I
Right.
don't know why.
Right.
But, you
Yeah.
know, people do things that, till on the weekends, you might go out to dinner, but, oh, wouldn't it be great to go to walk the track in the
Right.
morning?
Right. And we will be,
Yes.
once that's passed, in July, when
And
that
it will
budget.
be passed,
Yeah,
right?
it will be passed, hopefully, yep.
Yeah,
People show up and go to town meeting. And
Yes.
then,
It's important.
and then we will be looking for staff to be those monitors, to be those people that are
Yeah.
That's
going to
great.
be overseeing those
Excellent.
shoulder
That's
times.
excellent.
But yeah,
So Tricia, you're looking for help for the rec department too,
Absolutely,
right?
yep, summer help, we're always looking for summer help,
Is it
so.
an age bracket?
Well, so all of our counselors have to be 16 and older.
Mhm.
Same thing with our lifeguards, 16 and older. We
Mm-hmm.
are looking for a Miller over at the Gristmill, if anybody's interested in that, a nice way to
Gee, I thought Bob
participate.
King already
He
applied.
He did. We
is.
scooped
We
him
we
right
have
up.
one more. Oh yeah, we scooped him up. Yeah, he's not. So yeah, you'll have the opportunity to work with him. So yeah, we're just looking for them, and then our super fun program every year. We're always looking for staff, and then for year round, we will be looking for another part-time program coordinator probably in the fall. Okay. Yeah. So.
and I think too, it's like, I think we hear a little bit, maybe we don't pay as well as some other places and things, things like that. But, when you talk about our super fun program, you get to be outside, working with kids, playing games, kayaking and swimming. And it's Monday through Friday, nights and weekends off. I mean, so, okay, you're not making $25 an hour, but you got a pretty good schedule in the summer and you get to be outside
And you
having
get a
fun.
tan.
And you get a tan.
What more
Yeah.
can you ask for?
And it's a good group of people
Yeah, it's a
and
great
kids.
team.
So,
Yeah, it's a
I
great
mean,
team.
that's
And it
it's
is
really
Cape Cod, so it's not,
exactly.
This is
you
true.
know,
pretty good.
so.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're really excited about what we've been able to have at the Cal and
That's
everything.
great. That's great. So Susan, last word about the Cal.
Much more to come. I think
Absolutely.
that's what we would all say.
Excellent,
Yep.
excellent. That's terrific. Well, I know you maybe have a special class coming up in June.
Yes.
I'm giving myself a plug.
Let me take that ball from you. Yes, we will be hosting Melinda
That's
for a
right.
wonderful program in June, an improv class, which
Improv
is, and you
your
can,
life.
yes, and this is, you can say a few words because it is truly for everyone.
It's for everyone, but I'm telling you right now, it's just fun. If you want to come and laugh till your stomach hurts, it's a good class to come to. And we all need that,
Right.
this today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
let's get through
Yes.
the town meeting, get this place open on the weekends and nights,
Yep.
and everything will be perfect in Sandwich.
Exactly.
That's
Yep.
good.
Thank you
We're on
so
board.
much.
Thanks so much
Thank
for
you
having
for
us.
having
So
us.
wonderful to talk
Thank
to
you.
you.
Nice talking.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh, we had all of the people who know everything about the Center for Active Living here. We had Susan, we had Tricia, and we had Guy. He's the head of the rec department. So it is so exciting that it's there. It's so exciting we can use it. Go to town meeting and vote for those openings on Saturdays and Sundays and in the evenings. So I'm glad you joined me today, and I'll see you next time on another Cape Conversations.